Hello and welcome to this week's weekly news update from Default2Gaming. So let's jump right in. I'm Blarg.
I am Dr. Laser.
And I'm Breaded Chicken. Default2News. Here we go. What is up first now?
What is up first?
On live, the stream from the cloud gaming service thing.
Basically like Steam, except for the crappy computer.
Yeah.
And it was kind of dumb. Their business model didn't really work. It was like you pay a subscription to like stream down from the cloud and stuff.
Yeah, it was
like so you
lame.
could play 1080p and with no frame rate issues on like even the shittiest computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except you had to
needed
pay a subscription to buy the games.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
really dumb.
Except now there's no subscription, so
something.
maybe that's better.
Plus, in order to get it to work, you need a super crazy internet.
Yeah, you need-
connection.
Actually, you
It's
didn't need
going
that
Wi-Fi
good of an
now.
internet. Like I was checking.
It's also going Wi-Fi now, so
It is,
Wi-Fi is in the works. So that looks like that's getting better. We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Not really interested out of the three of us. We've looked at it and said,
I actually have it, but like they gave me a free year, actually free couple years because I was beta testing for them, and they gave me free games, but I actually have not used it. Like I was like, okay, that's awesome. I'm just gonna play some Modern Warfare 2 and some Halo.
play games I actually want to play.
Yeah, play games I actually like. So
This is awkward.
yeah.
what games did they give you?
They let you pick.
Hmm.
So I think I'm just gonna wait and then get something that's really good, like just a pure PC game that I can't play.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, moving on.
Next.
Moving
Because
on.
we actually do have a decent amount of stuff,
We do.
contrary to what you thought. So iPhone console games.
All right, there's Dead
yeah.
Rising is coming out on the iPhone.
What's up with this? They're taking a bunch of console games and thinking they can port them onto iPhone. I think that's silly.
Yeah, so wait, they have like Dead Rising coming on the iPhone. They have Battlefield Bad Company 2 coming on the iPhone. And they have like all those shooters. And you're like,
What is this? I don't even.
how I don't know. There's no way that it's going to
Yeah,
You know-
I know that I've seen shooters be pulled off on the iPhone, but it's just awkward if you ask
It
me.
is
Yeah.
really awkward, and the only ones that work are side scrollers.
Yeah, something.
and it's going to be hard to fit like all that into this 3-inch screen or whatever it is.
Yeah,
It works better on the iPad. I found the iPad works fairly well,
iPad seems.
but again, only for side scrollers, and even then, it's a little like.
For
This-
things
this
that actually use
works,
the
but-
touch technology to benefit the
And they're
game, I think.
all mobile-only games,
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean?
meaning they're only built for the iPad, iPhone, that
Well,
kind of
And
thing.
not
Well,
like
yeah, I mean.
ported and stuff.
Oh, so well, yeah. I
like-
mean, of course they have to actually like
like the
make
main thing, like Plants vs Zombies, I think, for example.
Yeah,
it was made for iPhone and iPad. It wasn't made for.
Yeah, but I mean,
Xbox.
it's a lot easier
Xbox,
to
yeah.
port, say, an iPhone game to a more complex system like a computer
Yeah,
or
right.
a console than vice versa. just
Yeah, that's what I'm
'cause-
saying. Which is like all the games that have found success there have not been ports, but
Like
Yeah.
just been made for
Yeah.
the actual thing.
so
But I guess people keep buying them because they keep making them. So,
it's like what's it called, Farmville.
what?
Yeah.
What about Farmville?
Well, like people keep playing Minecraft, even though everybody like seriously. I saw a news story recently where people were like, "Yeah, Minecraft sucks." They're like, "Why are you keep playing?" Cause I can't stop. It's like,
Yeah, I don't know, but still,
wow.
it just at least with games like Farmville and Minecraft, they have that sort of sense of
I wouldn't compare those two at all.
oh well.
They're both fairly addicting.
They're addicting. I mean,
But
they're-
Farmville actually takes time. Like
Yeah.
like you have to like do something, then come back the next day. It's like
Well,
like
yeah,
fantasy football
Farmville
for
works,
people who can't take fantasy football and need Farmville.
Farmville works on sort of a social engineering sort of system.
Yeah.
where you feel obligated to.
Yeah, until you start playing and go,
Wait,
no, I don't.
Yeah.
All right, this is way off topic. Let's just move on.
So FIFA 11 is the fastest selling sports game. I
Ever?
want to say ever, but we're not sure
I'm just
because
confused.
we kind of
as to-
got it off a mobile headline.
Yeah, I'm just confused how that would actually
Because
work.
they did a bunch of updates this year, and hey, guess what? Only America cares about Madden.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, as it turns out. I don't know. I always thought soccer games were a lot more entertaining.
FIFA
than-
11 is. I have FIFA like 09.
Mm-hmm.
I got it for like $17, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
You feel, you know how all the games are starting to get built in like celebrations and stuff.
Yeah.
That came from FIFA. Like using control celebrations, that came from FIFA. Ultimate Team that has been rolled out in every single EA Sports franchise, that came from FIFA.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like I had like really, really old FIFA games, and those were like
You know what's really
my only
funny?
games.
The two most things that here in America get bought the least, FIFA and NHL, are the two best out of EA. NHL was kind of engineered to be a pro. Like
Mhm.
they did it the best first. Like if everyone was like, let's try this. And then
they just
NHL
have-
was like, look, this works.
Oh yeah. So they came out with it first and they did it best.
And they also NHL, the EA NHL games are some of the best sports games currently on the market.
I think it's just because people buy Madden because of the name.
Yeah, people buy Madden. Madden is really boiled down to roster updates as of late, or stuff you have to
Sequel
pay extra
Madden,
for.
It has extra sweat now. That's all we've
More
changed.
sweat and more people to sweat on.
In other sports game news, NBA Elite 11 has been delayed indefinitely.
What is it up with these basketball games?
Yeah, like
They-
everyone's like nobody wants to buy basketball games anymore.
I
We're
guess
gonna stop.
so.
But that's also, and here's a really weird occurrence, which is it bumped NBA Jam HD, which was supposed to be a pack-in,
Mhm.
and like kind of lame, like hey, it's NBA Jam for your 360.
Yeah, it was basically like, oh,
like
this
it's
is
a full
okay.
Wii game, but for 360, it was just kind of gonna be a pack-in, easy thing. Apparently, the developers of that didn't find out it was gonna be separate and its own DLC, own game, still releasing at the same time, until everybody else got told that. Until
So-
they were like, "Okay, we got to put a bunch of stuff in it now."
Oops.
So they're gonna work on that. I didn't get a lot of anger from the way their spokesman was talking, but at the same time, they may have just not been like their EA reps, so they don't want to be like, we were pissed off at part of our studio for not telling this part of our studio that we needed to get like a full game going.
Well, then I
Yeah.
think they also get probably paid more.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get overtime and stuff.
so they're like, no, forget it. I'm getting paid.
So Black Ops is gonna have 3D.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very
Ugh.
good.
I'm not so hard on the 3D in games.
I've never liked 3D.
The problem is
Until
that
3D is actually good, I feel like it would hurt more than it would help.
Yeah, until 3D is actually 3D, like I want floating magical things in front of me before I'm gonna accept 3D.
And
As
also,
it
you
is
have to have
now-
a 3D TV, and you gotta have the 3D glasses.
yeah,
don't like
basically the only way you're gonna get it is if you're
if
rich,
you bought the PS3 when it was $600 just cause.
and then you're like, no, I'm gonna buy this 3D.
Now I'm
TV
gonna buy
just
this like
'cause
Sony Vieira 3D TV,
for
that
like
costs
$1,000.
$1,200.
and then you're gonna go out and buy like probably like the most limited edition of Black Ops, play it 3 times with 3D on, and then never take the game again.
Yeah.
So
there you
basically, it's not nothing concerning to anyone because you're not gonna be able to use it.
And in other Black Ops news, it's gonna have bots apparently
go. I thought this was kind of interesting. I
on
wasn't-
console.
Yeah,
To be clear,
and then not only that, you're gonna be able to gain experience by fighting bots.
it sounds like XP hacks.
Yeah, I know. This is
It's like, look, Bungie did this, we can do it too.
Yeah.
Except in Bungie games. I mean, Reach for me is boiled down to a lot of the credit system is starting to frustrate me. Not a lot,
Oh, okay,
but a
wait.
little. Like to the point where I hop on, do the 2 easiest challenges, and go off.
So this is something that I read a little while ago. So over the weekend and the previous, basically all last week, I was doing the grind between warrant officer grade 3 and captain, and it
Mhm.
took me a week. I mean, granted, that's only playing like 2 or 3 days, games a day, and then a little bit finishing it off on the weekend.
Really, it only took you that long.
Well,
I guess I got a
It's-
3K game the other day when
Yeah.
I just hopped on for like 15 minutes.
yeah, I mean, that was doing most of the challenges, mind you.
Right. Yeah.
And so there was what was actually revealed was the amount of credits it would take to reach various ranks,
Mm-hmm.
and it increases exponentially. And the week that I spent last week trying to get between 2 ranks is literally where it looks flat on the graph that I saw, to the point where the total amount of credits it takes to buy everything in the entire armory, including the stuff that hasn't been revealed yet,
Right.
takes the highest rank is actually 3 times that amount, and the total amount of
That's 190,000 for one level.
yeah. So it does
Lol.
increase
That's actually not a.
exponentially. So
That's
those
not a
last-
lot. That's not that much.
No, because the total amount of experience it takes to buy everything in total amount of credits it takes to buy everything in the armory
It's like what?
is 100 million credits.
What?
100 million credits.
Oh God.
I earned about maybe
66,000.
yeah. I was proud of myself when I earned like maybe 50,000 over the last week.
It can
Lol.
get kind of frustrating though when you start grinding and it's like,
Yeah,
and then you grind out 33,000 and all you get is a new emblem. It's like really.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. It's like, couldn't they just like throw in like one extra armor piece along the way? Just like, hey,
You reached your rank. Here's a free
You-
armor.
well, not free, just like, hey, part of the stuff that's gonna unlock a captain, unlock now. I feel like it would be. I feel like it would help if you got unlocks along the way, no matter what.
Like
Yeah.
smaller ones, like you
Like-
could probably get like body and helmet at the actual rank,
Yeah,
and then
knee
armor
pads
and
and
knee
stuff.
pads. Yeah, later. Okay.
Yeah, like shoulders and knees and wrists.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just crazy how many credits it takes just
Yeah.
to be able to get from one level to another.
I mean, we were talking about Black Ops and we started talking about Reach.
Yeah, that's all right.
So yeah, that sounds interesting. Again, we're gonna have to see how that develops because that's kind of like a
Things
hey,
have been kind of fishy. Like they say
Yeah,
things,
it
but
looks
it's
kinda
not
fishy.
actually what you'd think they'd be.
So
So how is that exactly gonna work? Because we haven't really
No one
I haven't really
knows.
seen that.
nobody knows.
All right.
They just say we're gonna have bots, and you can kill them for XP.
Yeah, which does sound like
It sounds like it's supposed.
hacking.
It sounds like it's supposed to be a training mode.
Yeah, it's called
but
combat
A
training.
training mode that could be broken very,
Yeah.
very easily.
Mm.
yeah. I don't know what to think of that.
And the most profile story of the day. Sorry about that.
Highest profile.
Yes, is the fact that then no longer will the enemies, the Arab enemies in Medal of Honor, which was gonna be all like edgy and stuff, and call them the Taliban. Then everybody got all mad, and now they're the opposing force, even though they still look like the Taliban.
Yeah, I know nothing has changed. Like even the guns say like Taliban AK-47 or whatever. Like even the gun, like even the gun names are still the same, and the maps are basically like in
Taliban
this-
hideout.
Yeah,
Taliban,
yeah.
Taliban home.
Yeah, they're very similar. Like
Taliban igloo.
it's like Taliban headquarters, and you're like, okay, and the guns, like they said, they're only just gonna change the name of the people to opposing force, not the actual.
What
Stuff.
was surprising to me about this story was not the fact that they went ahead and changed it, was the way they did. They said, okay, fine, but you're just getting offended because you don't understand video games. Like literally, EA came out and said that. They were like,
oh come on, you know, you
they were
can come
like,
up with a better defense than
we
that.
get why people are being offended, but we just think that part of why they're being offended is because they don't understand that people who play video games understand that it's not actually the Taliban.
You know, I don't know.
Even though it's like
the way I
Taliban.
see it, maybe in like 50 years, the Taliban will be the equivalent to the Nazis are
Yeah,
now.
exactly. I think that's what they
mean,
were going for.
They're not very nice people.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
It's just people were saying like,
I mean, who are they worried about offending?
what I didn't get was and this is just because it wasn't really reported all that well, which is, were they offended by having to play as the Taliban or offended by having to shoot the Taliban?
Or were
They
just offended
said
by the usage
Or
of
get
the
killed
name?
by the Taliban?
no, they said they were offended by playing as the Taliban, killing American forces because they
Yeah.
were like military families,
Yeah.
were like getting really pissed off, and so the military actually banned it, not everyone else.
Well, the military
That's
actually
kinda
isn't
scary.
allowed to ban it. What they did was they requested that all on-base stores not carry it,
Yeah.
and the on-base stores went,
Well,
okay.
it's not like anything they can do anything
I
about it.
mean, like they did it in a way that was very much like, you won't carry this, and the on-base stores were like, okay, that offends us too.
And the thing, actually adding on to this, it's I don't know why EA would respond by doing that, because there was a previous game called 6 Days in Fallujah, right? Something like that.
It's not
6
out
days
yet.
influenza.
No,
No,
Fallujah.
in Fallujah.
And it was
Okay.
like basically using the Taliban, and that got canceled because people were getting really pissed off.
Yeah. So we're out of time. We're over time now.
That's all right.
So we're gonna stop. I'm Blark.
I'm Dr. Laser.
And I'm Red Chicken.
Thank you for watching.